Hello everyone, happy Monday. It's like 7 o'clock at night. I'm just now coming on here. I have had a day, I tell you. So I did all of my filming today for the video tomorrow, talking about my favorite online fabric stores, how, to find quality fabric online, my favorite independent pattern designers. It's like a 42-minute long video. Sorry, you know how I get when it's one of those talking videos. But then once I had finished, my camera was for some reason holding half of so I think I had 30 minutes on one clip, so my camera actually stopped running. It does that occasionally. If I've gone so long, it just like turns off and I have to the video recording just stops. So I have to restart it. So the second clip was fine. It was like 12 minutes long or something. But the first one, the 30-minute long one, my camera was holding it hostage and I could not get it off my camera and onto my computer. I tried my computer, tried our family computer. It was just not talking at all. It was not a corrupt file. I could not figure it out. I finally was able to sync my camera to wirelessly, like through the ether. I was able to connect them. I don't think it's Bluetooth. It's like through the internet. But anyway, my camera will talk to the computer and downloaded it off the camera onto the computer. It took forever. So not a long-term solution. So I don't know if it was my cord that I used to hardwire the camera into the computer that was causing the issue or what, but oh my gosh, I was losing my mind and trying to keep it together. And my kids, it was kind of it was just a really like prickly day with school, everyone was annoying everyone else, breathing too loud, all that kind of mumbo jumbo. And then that happened. I was like, oh my gosh, if I have to refilm all of that, like when am I going to do that? And of course it's the video that's going up tomorrow, but got it off. It took a while, a lot longer than it should have, but it has all been put onto the computer, edited, uploaded. That video is ready to go live first thing at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. But oh my word, I tell you, the technical gods, the technology gods, whatever it is, I've got little gremlins in my house, I think, that are trying to defeat me right now. Anyway, I did not get any sewing done at all so far, but I really wanted to work on that McCall's this pattern, the McCall's 7745. I'm making basically view C without the ruffles. So I'm making the shorter version, this view A skirt, but with view D's top. So basically C without the ruffles. But I've got the pattern all ready to go. I just need to get it cut out. And then I'm not going to get the whole thing sewn tonight because it's already 7 o'clock. I go to bed early. But I thought I would get it cut out and maybe get a start on it. Because tomorrow I really do need to work on the sew along. But yeah, I just need some relaxing sewing to end my day. I also just wanted to say thank you to everyone for all of your wonderful, wonderful comments. With me bearing my soul yesterday, I just have the best viewers, and I just want to say thank you for that. I enjoy creating a safe space here at my channel, my little part of the internet, and I love when you guys allow me to do that, basically. So thank you. The comments were wonderful. The feedback and everything, I really, really appreciate. All feedback, I can tell, is done in love, and we're in this together, so we want to make the best channel we can make, right? So thank you very much. And rest assured, we are working on camera angles and hopefully getting that all figured out. In fact, I think I'm going to go time lapse and cut out, and then I think I'm going to put you, this wasn't really the camera angle that was giving us the fits on Sunday, but this is a new camera angle that I'm going to try out. So I'm going to set you guys down before I do it in a sew along. So this will just be time lapse, and then you guys can tell me what you think as far as a sewing angle, how this works. So let's go over and cut this out and just get a little bit, maybe get the bodice done or something. I don't know. Just because I need some sewing. Okay, let's do this. All right, so I'm stopping for tonight. I've got the bodice all done. My mannequin's much smaller than I am, but she fits me very nicely, I think. I think it'll be perfect once the skirt is on. Yeah, I'm really gonna like this one. And it's not so boob flowery on me. My boobs fill out the actual dart area much better. So yay for progress. Okay, my battery's getting ready to die, so I'm going to really quickly say goodnight. But yeah, I'm feeling much better that I got a little bit of progress done on that dress, so I will finish that up tomorrow and then get to work on the sew-along dress. So hope you guys have a good night, and I will see you all in the morning. Bye! Hello everyone, happy Tuesday? Is today Tuesday? I think it is. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. It is, I mean, it's like 3 o'clock. So, you know, I've been working, Tuesdays and Thursdays are our harder school days. So we've been working really hard at that. I've done a little bit of filming. The pattern test that I've been working on recently, the really exciting one, is being released on Friday. And so I'm doing a video of that with that reveal. So I just filmed that. And I finished my McCall's dress, and I can't remember the number. Hold on. I'll pop it up on the screen when I'm showing it to you, but it's the M7745. I did UC, but without the ruffles, so kind of a mix between, it's like a shortened version of D. Anyway, I finished that. So last I left you last night, I showed you I'd finished the bodice, and actually after I got, you know, things settled with the kids and did a few things around the house, it was like, I don't know, 8:30. And I wasn't quite ready for bed yet. So I came down and sewed up the skirt and thought, oh, I'll just let it hang for a little bit. I mean, the skirt's literally just 2 seams. And so I let it hang overnight. So I was able to just kind of sneak in here, hem it, because you hem the skirt before you attach it to the bodice. And then later this afternoon, I attached, so I hemmed it this morning. Just I had some spare time waiting for the kids to finish some testing. And then I attached it to the bodice like around lunchtime, and then I hand sewed the lining of it because it finishes off all the edges with a lining. Basically, I just used self fabric for that. So I finished off the inside waistband, hand sewed that down, and then put in my buttonhole because I did do the ties differently on this dress. So I'll show you the dress. I'll put it on. I'll put it on and show you the dress, and then I'll sit down and talk about it. So hang on. All right. So here she is. Just a really fun and flirty wrap dress for the summer. Now, it is very boobalicious right here. I have to do this on all of my wrap dresses though. I will actually pop, I'll sew in a little press stud. I just haven't done it yet. I just finished this dress. So I'll sew in a little press stud right there that'll keep it like that. And it keeps it, you know, if I'm bending over, it keeps it from gaping open because that would bother me. But yeah, I mean, it has this very interesting raglan sleeve. Well, I'll take it off and show you and kind of talk about it a little bit. But yeah, I think this is a very fun and flirty little summer dress. Woo! Okay, so it's all done. Aside from the press stud. Okay, so there it is, and I actually went ahead and marked the placement on the front of the dress so I can add the little, I use the little clear snaps that on all of my wrap dresses, knit, woven, you name it. But I want to talk about the pattern just a little bit, and I'll include this in my makes video and talk about it as well. But okay, so it has this raglan sleeve, but it's a 2-piece sleeve. So there's a front and a back, and it has almost like a dart shaping here at the top, which I think just gives a very flattering neckline. The way it kind of comes up high around the back, and then it goes into the deep V. Like I mentioned before, it is self-lined with self fabric, and that's how you finish off the sleeves, because the sleeves are like a cap sleeve basically. So they don't get sewn all the way to the side seam. There's this little edge that also gets finished off. And then it's hand sewn to the waistband. Now, this dress does want you to put like a bathrobe, like it has you tie on the inside and then tie on the outside. I made mine a true wrap, so I just made really long skinny ties. I actually used the pattern piece from the sew along wrap dress. And I'll be showing you in the sew along how I'm going to do this, because I'm also, that sew along dress also closes the same way, and I'm turning it into a true wrap dress. But yeah, I just sewed the ties on to either front, and then I put in a buttonhole right behind the back seam, or the side seam onto the back part, and I interfaced on the inside before I hand stitched down the inside lining. But I've got a buttonhole there, and that's what my tie passes through to do the full wrap. I just feel more secure with the way, you know, with it shut that way. It's got a high-low hem, and of course you can tell the backside of the fabric is not the same, but it's not so drastic that it bothers me. I finished off the hem with one of my ties, neckties, men's neckties, that bias binding finish, but any bias binding, like a bias facing would work. And I do have a video of that. If you go to the playlist section of my channel, you can go down to tutorials, and it's, I've got a both a video on how to make bias tape out of men's neckties, because those are cut on the bias, and I also have a video on how to finish off a shirt tail hem using bias, any bias tape. You could use a men's tie, you could use any, your own bias tape, whatever, but how to finish off a curved hem that way. And this is the technique, that's the technique that I used with this dress. I just happened to have some bias tape cut using men's ties, and so I popped that in. I thought the colors went nicely. What else? Yeah, it's got the cute little flirty sleeve. I didn't do any of the ruffles on this. I love the ruffles on this. In fact, Sean from Kittenish Behavior has made a few of this version, and she does do the ruffles on both the skirt and the on the neckline, and it looks fantastic. That's just not, that would be something that I would make, loving it on her, and then never wear it because it seemed too, you know, too frou-frou around areas that I want to seem not so frou-frou. So I'm glad that I went with the non-ruffly one. I think it'll get a lot more wear in my closet, which is the beauty of sewing. Let's see, I sewed up a size 14 with a D cup. However, this one has very little ease in the bodice, and so what I ended up doing, I didn't want to mess with doing any more of a full bust adjustment. I actually just cut center front on the front pattern piece and added an inch, and then did the same to the front skirt panel. I cut down the line that said center front and added an inch to give myself 2 extra inches, just a little bit more wearing ease, really, because I didn't really need the dart to be any bigger, and it worked perfectly. So that's what I did, because I think the dart only had me having like a 1/2 inch or 1 inch of ease throughout the bust, and I like a little bit more than that. So that's what I did. But yeah, I did the D cup, and I did a size 14, and I picked that size because my upper bust is 36 inches, and a bust for a size 14 is 36. And then I picked the cup size. Well, it'll tell you if you have 4-inch difference, which I do, 4 inches between my upper bust and my full bust. Sometimes 3, just depends on where my weight is ranging. But I will check the finish measurements and then pick which cup size I want to make based on the finish measurements and how much wearing ease I'd like. I usually like at least 2 inches of wearing ease across the bust, and at least 1 inch of ease in my waist, just for reference. And then the hip on this is, because it's such a full skirt, is like that's a non-issue. So yeah, so I've got these skinny ties. Yeah, I think this will be a fantastic, and it's got kind of a sleek sleeve, so I think wearing it under like jean jackets or other types of jackets this fall will be fantastic, and I think would transition well. And maybe even, I don't know, if a real tight-fitting turtleneck, what that would look like with a wrap dress over it. I don't know. That'd be something to maybe play around with style-wise. So anyway, this is my finished dress. I'm so glad I made this. I needed just, I don't know, I needed a sewing project that I was just doing for me, you know, where I just sat down and made. It didn't have to, I mean, I love doing the sew-alongs. Let me go hang this up, hold on. Anyway, I love doing the sew-alongs. I love doing, I love even on these daily vlogs showing you guys little tips and tricks. I mean, that's kind of, it's a passion. I love doing that. But every now and again, it is kind of nice to just sit down and just sew for the sake of sewing. And I did have time-lapse video of me both cutting it out and sewing it up last night. So it does not include what I sewed this morning. So, because I just kind of did that hit or miss. So anyway, it was a good palette cleanser. So now I think I'm ready. I might try and do a little bit more of the sew-along dress tonight, just to see how much steam we got left at the end of the day. And then I'm definitely working on that a little bit tomorrow. And then I'm just going to start, I think, definitely get the Pietra pants taped together, that pattern taped together, and maybe even start talking about maybe some alterations I'm going to make to the pattern. A couple people have said that it's pretty long in the rise, which can be an issue for me in the front. Usually my butt fills in a lot of that rise issue in the back, but a lot of times I need to shorten the front rise. So I can kind of talk about how I do that and what that looks like on a pattern piece. And I need to find some fabric. I just want to use just something from my stash to kind of throw together a pair of shorts. It'd be great if maybe a wearable muslin type material, nothing that I'm too precious about, just so I can test fit. And if they're wearable after that, great. But anyway, that is my plan for starting up tomorrow, and then I'll work on those probably the rest of the week. Okay, I also wanted to talk about Me Made May starts on Friday. Friday is May 1st, and I think they're doing a much, obviously, scaled back Me Made May this year because a lot of people are still stuck in their homes. But I was thinking for Me Made May, I'm going to go through my closet, especially because I've been in such a fury of sewing here recently, and see what other modules I can put together in my closet with the stuff that I've got. Things that try and think outside the box and put together some atypical modules. I have a lot of the blue and white that I did for last year that still fits me, and technically that cobalt blue, I have navy in my color palette, but it goes a little bit more green. But technically that bright blue, technically it's not supposed to go, is not in my color palette, but I really like the idea of that bright blue with orange, like a real bright orange, and I have a little bit in my stash. I still want to make the bright orange Jessica blazer, but you know, I have my blue and white shorts. I have a couple of tops that are the blue and white, and so I kind of wanted to maybe play around with like a blue, white, and orange module for the summer, and just see what I can put together of stuff that's already in my closet. So anyway, I think that's what my thing is going to be for May, just playing around in my closet, and at the end of May having some modules put together of just shopping my closet basically. So those are my plans. I also wanted to talk to you guys, let me know in the comments below what you think, but someone had asked if I would ever consider doing a live stream, a sewing thing. I know that Sean from Kiddish Behavior does them. Usually on Sundays. Rachel from Stitched Up did one not that long ago, her first one, and then Kim from Dorothy's Daughter, she did one, I think she's done a couple now actually, the past couple of Sunday afternoons, of just, you know, all of us sewing together basically, and I think that's kind of the way they all go. Like I would be working on a random project and we can just kind of chat and talk through the live stream. So it's people commenting and I can see that live and then answer back questions and that kind of thing. So if that is something that is of interest to you, let me know. Also, let me know what days would work best. I don't think I want to do a Sunday because a lot of people do them on Sundays and I don't want to step on anyone's toes. I definitely don't want to, you know, try and take any traffic away from anybody. But I don't know if maybe a Friday evening. Then we run into the issues with time zones as well, or maybe a Saturday. So yeah, let me know down below what you think, because I'd like to be able to include as many people as possible, which gets hard when you're talking about, you know, Europe versus the US, even just in the US with the time zones, and then you throw in Australia. But I'd like to include as many people as possible in that. So yeah, leave some comments down below. Tell me what you think, if that's something that's of interest, or if not, that's fine too. We can just keep on keeping on. That's absolutely fine. But someone had asked about that today, so I thought I would just kind of throw that out there. Okay, now I think I'm done jabbering. I'm going to let you guys go for today so I can get this edited and uploaded. I will see you guys tomorrow in the daily vlog. And then, yeah, and I'll be doing some sew along stuff that you won't see, but then yeah, we'll start on the Pietro pants. Okay, I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you guys again tomorrow. Bye.